A common request we get when making a full head cast is that the actor have their mouth open so that we can make a screaming head or something like that, or give a little more dynamic expression to the finished head if it's going to be for a head chop effect or an exploding head or something like that. So here's an example of how we do the open mouth without putting too much strain on the actress. And here we have an actress that was going to be cast for a scene in a werewolf movie where she was going to be transforming, so we wanted her mouth wide open screaming. So here we're doing the regular life casting process. This is with Moldgel Alginate from Art Molds, and as you can see, most of the head cast process is basically the same as we would normally do. We've covered her everywhere except her nose and mouth, and then that's what I'm covering very last, and we've already rehearsed the expression that we want the actress to take. So first I'm going to cover her mouth with some alginate and work very carefully around the nose area. And notice I've got Mike back there just working on making sure that the back is taken care of so I can focus on the expression. And now I've asked her to open her mouth, and just right before the alginate sets, which this takes some timing and some getting used to the alginate to do this, but I've had her assume the expression, and right at the last minute I'm going to take up a little bit of alginate here and cover her mouth with it. And notice I'm wiping it across her mouth rather than pushing it in. And now see, she's squinting a little bit, and that's exactly the expression we wanted to get. So now we've done the regular plaster bandage shell, and to see more about that, I'd recommend our Life Casting 101 video. But now we're ready to very carefully remove her ears and slide off the finished alginate mold. And what this allowed us to do, since the alginate gels so quickly, having her assume that expression right at the end of the pot life of the alginate, she only had to hold that expression for about 30 or 45 seconds. A lot better than if we had to have somebody holding that expression through the entire cast. And for this kind of cast, it's better to go with alginate versus silicone, because it's just a lot better to have that speed working for you in this case. And now we removed it. Our actress is still happy, and we're all still friends. And now we're ready to make a wax positive. Now here's a quick slosh of wax we did. This is the wax head before we did any kind of touch up to it. But there's our finished wax head, ready for resculpting.